Hi, my name is Martinez. I'm an ecologist at San Francisco State University, and I live in San Francisco, California. I'm an ecologist, so I spend a lot of time outdoors sampling different types of organisms to collecting things as part of my data. And it's a little ironic because most of my experience growing up as a kid was growing up in Los Angeles, and I grew up next to the LA flood channel, which is this concrete flood channel which used to be the LA River. And so I spent my time throwing things into the flood channel, watching it explode on the concrete riverbed channel, which was just all cement, or running around playing basketball or baseball on playgrounds. So it was a great experience for me when I got to go to an education camp as a teenager. I was about 15, and they took us to the Sierra Nevada mountains. We went backpacking for a week, and then we did some river rafting, and that changed my life. It was an opportunity to see what other kinds of options there were for me in terms of what I could do, and I realized, maybe not consciously, but it just awoke something up in me subconsciously, and I realized I wanted to spend a lot of time outdoors. I really sucked as a student. I was a big procrastinator. As a freshman in high school, I actually flunked biology my first semester, and I had to take it in summer and make up for it. After that, I was traumatized. And with math, forget about it. I was terrible in math through college, from high school through college. And as a result, I've ended up having to collaborate with people as a biologist to make up for that deficiency, because it is really important for what we do. So getting excited about the outdoors as a teenager, I realized that I wanted some aspect of the outdoors to be a part of my life. I just didn't know what. And conservation work was something I thought I wanted to go into, so I thought having a science background would be a way to do that. As a biology major in college, what I didn't realize was there were all these opportunities to do research outdoors, collecting data in the field and different types of projects of different students. So my first summer, I got to go to Santa Catalina Island and basically scuba dive the entire summer, helping a graduate student conduct his work doing research on reef fish. And it was an amazing opportunity. And after that, I just got addicted. And there's a lot of people who are ecologists who start that way. You see all these different projects where you get to go to great places, so there's this sense of adventure. I study tropical birds. I'm interested, generally speaking, in how animals use signals from other species, and how that explains why different species associate together. After completing my undergraduate at UC Santa Barbara, I stayed on to do a master's degree in a lab that I was working in as an undergraduate, and I basically did marine ecology. And after that, I wanted to get experience doing work internationally in development and conservation, so I went to the Peace Corps. And in the Peace Corps, I went to Nicaragua first, and then I went to Bolivia. And in both places, I worked in nature reserves. And in those nature reserves, I basically dedicated my work to doing, working with communities, doing work in ecotourism and environmental education. And those communities were in and around the reserves. And then I also worked with park guards who were patrolling these reserves, and so I got to help them in a different capacity as well. So these were areas that I was working in, Nicaragua and Bolivia. They were in the tropics, and so I got excited about doing work in the tropics again. And as a result, I went to UC Florida afterwards to do my PhD working with ecology of tropical birds. And then I got a fellowship after finishing my PhD to come to San Francisco, where I continued doing my work with tropical birds. And I'm now in a state where I'm trying to get papers out from all this work that I've been doing. And with those papers, hopefully bolstering up my resume so that I can apply to be a professor at a university. When I'm not doing research, I like to cook, I like to hike and camp, I like to play sports, I like to dance, salsa, merengue, bachata, basically Latin dance. And don't laugh, but I'm a Lakers fan. I grew up with the Lakers.